Famous Japanese mangaka and hack Hirohiko Araki has spent almost 40 years writing his critically acclaimed series JOJO's Bizarre Adventure, and with this long span of time, he's had many oversights in his stories. Today, I'll be covering the top 5 forgotten, blundered, or ignored aspects of his story that somehow got left in the final release. Number 5. Hamon. The first 2 parts of JOJO's are notoriously terrible, and you should definitely skip them, but unfortunately, they have some important story elements. One such element is Hamon, the main power source for the early JOJOs. Hamon is incredibly stupid, but it lacks in originality and makes up for in power. Its effectiveness against vampires cannot be understated, and with Dio's return in Stardust Crusaders, it seemed like the obvious choice of tool to take him down. Surprising many fans, Araki released Part 3 with a new concept called Stands, which is a clear ripoff of a wildly popular RPG series called Persona. Hamon was nowhere to be seen, and because of this, Part 3 grew to be the most hated JOJO part ever released. It's a shame Araki just totally forgot about Hamon, and it will be interesting to see how differently Stardust Crusaders would have been received if he remembered it. Number 4. Joseph Joestar's Stand. The fan-favorite protagonist from Part 2, Joseph Joestar, returned in Stardust Crusaders as the grandfather of Jotaro Kujo, and his popularity and inclusion are often considered to be the only reason JoJo's wasn't axed midway through Part 3. During release, though, fans were confused as to his role in the story, as Araki had forgotten about his typical power, Hamon, and he wasn't given a stand like the rest of the cast. Later, in second printings of the manga, strange purple lines sometimes appeared around Joseph's body that never seemed to do anything. Fans speculated that this was supposed to be a hastily drawn-in stand for him, but to this day, it's unclear whether or not this was a printing error or intentional. Number 3. Yoshikage Kira's Face. Part 4 of JoJo's Bizarre Adventure once again steals from the Persona series by having a murder mystery set in a small town, and even has the gall to make it the same numerical entry as the original material Persona 4. Ignoring that fact, this instance of Araki's lapse in memory actually involves his ability to draw a character. You see, the killer that's chased by the unbreakable diamonds is named Yoshikage Kira, and he originally appeared as a blonde, wavy-haired man, but halfway through the story, his appearance totally changes to a black-haired man. For a while, fans were totally confused as this new character shared the same name, mannerisms, and powers as Kira, but looked totally different. When asked about this, Araki stated that he simply forgot how to draw Kira's original design and figured fans would be able to pick up the clues. Number 2. Time Slop. Returning to Part 3, we take a look at the end of the part, where Dio and Jotaro face off. The secret of Dio's stand was a plot point in the part only because Araki was too lazy to think of what Dio's stand was until the very end, and it really shows. Because he doesn't plan his nonsense stories and it was so last minute, Araki had no time to come up with some bogus way for Jotaro to plot armor his way through the fight like he'd been doing for the entire part, so Araki just decided to give Jotaro time stop too. Truly a testament to how much of a cheat he is. Number 1. Steel Ball Run. Perhaps Araki's biggest blunder of all, shocking even non-readers of the series, was Steel Ball Run. It may sound crazy, but Araki actually forgot about JoJo's parts 1 through 6 and began writing the series all over again from the start, complete with the same ideas and characters. This was truly the last straw for many JoJo fans, including myself, and it really should have been the end of Araki's career, but he's somehow currently still operating because of the sponsorships he receives from 70s bands so he can discreetly advertise them in his manga. As you can see, Araki is a hack and should not be allowed to touch a pen ever again. Please like and subscribe to spread awareness, and as always, thanks for watching.